I don't know about you, but I've been building a lot of big builds lately with the new For Rent pack, like townhouses and just big apartment buildings and a load of stuff. And I kind of want to take a break from that and just build something kind of small. So we're going to do that today. I have no plan. I just want to build a tiny house and we'll see where the wind takes us. So I was thinking of building here in Oasis Springs. This is Nookstone, just the starter house lot really, for no particular reason, just because it's a kind of smallish lot. It's kind of on its own-ish, so the style won't really matter, but there's also a few different styles of houses around here, so I thought this would be a good place to start, basically, with this one. This is only a 20 by 15 lot, so us building a small tiny home on this should be fairly easy. I say easy. Fine. I don't know how small I want to go. Do I want to go like actual tiny home? Like, is it like 32 tiles? I haven't built a 32 tile house in a long time, so I feel like that might be a bit of a struggle for me, honestly. But we could try it. And I'm thinking, because of the area around here, I'm thinking we're gonna try and mirror this a little bit with like the flat roof. You can tell I don't build these often. We can do a little bit of cheaty like sneaky placement things here, right? So I could do this and then build the last tile down here, lift it up, put it here, and that makes that, oh, wherever, I've lost 3 tiles again. Wait, okay, hang on, but hold on for the roof for a second. What I'm gonna do is pull this out by 2 and that in by 1, and that's 32 tiles again. I don't think that's really solved my roofing like issue, but I think it might have actually made it worse. Okay, what if this bit has the roof? Maybe. Oh, that's interesting. So this bit has the roof. This is very odd, this bit, isn't it? No, that's fine. That's literally fine. What? Oh, maybe it's not literally fine. This bit can just be like an awning out the back. Is this ugly? Potentially, yes. Am I okay with that? Potentially, yes. And actually, you know what? There's actually a lot of room in here. I think I might put a double bed in here. So just for now, I need to put move objects on. I mean, I could fit the full double bed right here. And maybe like a bathroom back there, a kitchen space here, and then like a TV unit or something over here. But I think that's a bit too safe. I kind of maybe want to tuck this in. I could do it like there. I mean, I could put walls in here as well. So I could put like the bed there. I was actually thinking just a small bathroom, like right there. So like use a university shower. And then you can put that on that wall, the door here, and they can use that fine. And then maybe like a kitchenette here. But I feel like that might be too restrictive of the space. I need to sneeze, sorry, hang on. Or what if I put the bathroom here? Because I was thinking front door could go here, right? And then you could go have the front door straight into the kitchen. I could put a wall here to kind of give like a fake, I mean, I could put a full wall there and put an archway there, but we'll see. But I was thinking like kitchen and then a really small like squishy living space in here with like a few decorative things, or I could put the bed there and then a living space there, and that way this feels a bit more tucked away and a bit more private. Yeah, okay, that seems doable for me. Right, okay, because I just didn't want this door to be like inaccessible. I want it to kind of mirror this sort of house because we've got the flat roof situation, right? So I feel like that might go well. So I want it to kind of mirror that a little bit, but that front door is ugly. So I think because we're using the tiny living pack, I'm just gonna like use this door. No, I think I want something like kind of airy. That's too big, and I'm not gonna limit packs. I feel like lately I have been doing not fully limited pack builds, but like builds that are less packs than I'd usually do. If I'm building for myself, I tend to just like whack everything in there, but I feel like for tiny homes it's already a challenge enough. If you add on like limited packs, it makes it a bit harder. For the window, let's just go the most base game window we have. Let's use this window, and I'm gonna put it like central to the outside, but the inside it's not. It's a bit weird, I will acknowledge that, but like that's fine. And then I love this little window. What pack is that? Is that Get Famous or something? I love that little window, so I'm gonna put that in the bathroom so that the bathroom does actually have a window in it. Not really too fussed on what colour the door is, as long as, oh, we could do black and white. As long as it's got like a white frame, I'm actually not too fussed on what the door colour is. Oh, brown. I don't think I've ever used that swatch. Let's go with that for now. I don't think I'll keep it. We'll go for it. We'll go with it for now. And then I think on the side over here, I'm just gonna do a couple of these windows in a row to kind of mirror that, but make it smaller, which I think looks okay. I could alt place them, but I really can't be bothered. We can do that as like a fake patio. Like, I was thinking maybe, like, bringing that out straight like that, but is that ugly? Probably, right? We could landscape it. That's fine. I've also realised how weird the roof looks with how small this house is. I might try and just... Oh, I think that looks immediately better, actually. Yeah, I think that's probably the better option to go. That bit still kind of bugs me. I've decided it looks okay. It looks fine. I'm not even mad about it. I love it. I personally think that's the best thing in the whole game. Oh, no. Right, I'm actually going to make that... I want this bit to be overhung, but not this bit, because otherwise if it wasn't, I feel like this bit would look extra weird. And plus, I think that looks alright, like kind of asymmetrical vibe. It's a bit weird. It's a bit odd, but I don't mind it. I could extend this. Right. I like that, and I'm going to put a column there, and the column's going to look great. It doesn't look great. I wish we could put columns off the grid, to be honest. I really do. I just wish that it was so much easier this way. Because even if I put like a freezer, because it's like an angle, it wouldn't work, or like a spandrel. The angle of your spandrel. I'm going to put like a really small little fence down here, just so I can have like a bit more separation here. I don't think I'm going to do it the pathway. I'm just going to do it like... do landscaping here instead, just because at least then it gives you like the false sense of like a patio space, like maybe a foundation, because obviously I can't use those as actual tiles. I'm gonna hold off for the rest of the windows for now. I feel like I'm probably just gonna use like one here, but like I might not, so we'll see. I think I'm just gonna try and get a furnishing, and I'm not gonna decide on like flooring or walls yet. I just want to really get the floor plan in there. Oven there, fridge here, sink. Give them like a nice fridge. They deserve it. Actually, is this the country kitchen kit? It is. I don't really want to use kit counters because I didn't buy the country kitchen kit for a long time. I think I only bought it for a video idea that I never ended up actually filming. So there's a thing. I never used the Dream Home Decorator counters. And like, don't get me wrong, I absolutely love the Dream Home Decorator kit. Look, pack. I love the pack. I think it's a great pack. My main gripe with it though is the lighting on some of this, on like the shelving and the like end tables and stuff is so weird sometimes. Like, I never use the coffee tables because it just feels like the lighting doesn't look right. If you have a chest of drawers too low or too high or whatever, like, you know, with the kind of sectional bookshelf and stuff like that, it just looks odd. And then these being the kitchen, these being the kitchen counters, I get they're probably meant more for built-ins and stuff, but why is there not actually like a proper kitchen counter thing for them? I just don't really like them. So it's actually a pretty big kitchen for like a micro home. This is a pretty big kitchen. And if you didn't know what the benefits of having a micro home are, you can't actually see because my head is here. But for each different tiny home, you get different like different benefits from it. So micro home is one that you get the most benefits from. So you get less bills, relationship games are doubled, your plants grow twice as fast, you're happy, inspired, and focused twice as long, skills increase at double the standard rate, and everything is twice as comfortable as it usually is. So your Sims are basically very happy living here, and I'm pretty sure they just get like a base moodlet as well of being like, oh, I live in a tiny home, oh, look at me go, as if they're like some sort of gammon. And since we're using the tiny living stuff, let's use the tiny living bathroom stuff as well. I wish with tiny living though we got more. Like, I would have loved some sort of like toilet with this, like I would have loved, for example, like this sink, but the toilet was like part of the sink, and then like when you used it you could wash your hands over it or something like that, or like an oven microwave hob thing. I would have loved some more combo things, but we didn't really get many things of them. We got like the TVs and stuff, but otherwise we didn't really get it, and it makes me sad that we didn't get that. And this does work, by the way. So this little 3-tile thing, you can walk underneath this shower, same as the Snowy Escape one. You can walk underneath that as well. And actually I think I'm going to use that just because I find the university one a little bit annoying to like click on and use because it's so small, whereas this one has a big mirror. But yeah, your Sims can walk over that fine, so they will 100% use this bathroom. No playtesting is needed. A lot of people do bathrooms like this to like get an extra bathroom in a really small space, and it's really handy. So if you didn't know you could do that for bathrooms, I implore you to use them because it does help a lot with kind of small awkward spaces. You can actually do this with a 2-tile wide bathroom, but it's a bit harder to do. Actually, in my last video, you would have seen me playtesting quite a bit with a 2-tile wide, like just sink and toilet sort of situation. So it is a bit fiddly to try and figure out, but you can easily do it. It's not too hard to do so. I like the peach. You know, I never go for peach. And that kind of matches the whole wood theme that we've got. Okay, okay. You can have 2 Sims in this house. They will scoot across the bed. It just makes it really awkward when you're like trying to get out of bed later on sort of thing. I know it doesn't really matter like at all. In fact, it doesn't matter at all. But I always like to try and get stuff that looks like it has more storage when I'm doing tiny homes. Just for like the realism aspect of it. This probably isn't the best bedside table for it. And honestly, I probably would have used like this bed. Because this bed has like drawers underneath it. But I use this bed so often. I don't think there's many builds I don't use that bed in. So just for the sake of that, I'm not going to use it. But it's got good swatches. And it's just a really good bed in general. And it has a lot of matching furniture. So I do really enjoy using that bed. Okay, and for the living room, the tiny living love seat is quite nice as well. But I'm just wondering about swatches. I mean, that could go. That brings in a bit like the orangey kind of brings in together. And then like I could do like a purple rug accent sort of thing to really tie everything together. I'm clutching at straws a little bit here, to be honest. And I'm gonna get like a end table that has a lot of storage in it, like something like this. Obviously it's quite small, but that would be like a good bedside table. Is there a swatch that might go and I could maybe use that? I mean, kind of like you could maybe get away with using this one, but it's just not quite the right wood that I want. But yeah, I'm gonna go for like a end table that has like an accent table that has a lot of storage in it. This is a bit big, but I like the kind of colours that it's coming in, and I think it's like good storage. That's not really quite the right wood tone, but that's a bit too dark. It's fine, it's fine. And I can put a TV on here and stuff, and I think I will put the small window on there. I don't think I'm going to put a window on the back wall. Oh, I don't know if I should or not. Like, I feel like that'd be a good place for art, but it also bring a lot of light in, but then it might look a bit weird having like a straight look through the house. I'm actually really tempted as well, which I think would be a bad idea, but I'm tempted just to kind of like corner this off a little bit. I do think it's potentially a bad idea. I don't know, I quite like the look of it. And then I just won't put doors so it still feels kind of open, but there's like still a separated floor plan. Or should I maybe put like a divider there instead? See, I've never actually thought about using one of these before, but that would be quite handy, and that'd be a good way to get some colour scheme in as well. I don't know if your Sims can walk through it, so I'm not going to put it on both. Sometimes you can do this where you just put like curtains there, but I think obviously this is meant to look like it's on the wall. But yeah, I've never used these before. I was maybe just thinking of like one of these or something, or well, that's got lights on it. I wish that didn't have lights on it, because it'd be so much nicer if it didn't. I was thinking maybe something like that, but I've never used that, so that'd be quite interesting to use. I should really start deciding the flooring. Should I just do the same flooring all throughout? I think I will. This one I think is actually kind of perfect for it. But is that too samey? What if I put tile in here? Because I don't mind... I don't know if I mind it or not. The issue is I've got like a cool toned light wood in here. And then I've got like a warmer tone but still kind of light mixed tones in here, which matches this floor. But then if I do something that doesn't match these coloured woods, it matches too close to this and it just looks bad. So if I put just like a tile in here, I don't know if I like this plain version or just the default version. I think I like the plain one just for the vibes. And I like to do this really small finishing like touch when I'm doing kind of just anything where the floors, like when there's no door but the floors don't match. I like to kind of put this small fence in here. I think this is Get to Work. And your Sims can walk over this completely fine. And I like to just try and colour match it, either to the wood or to the stone, just whichever one has a better colour match. I think this one matches better to that. And like that just looks a bit more finished. Because in real life you'd have that. You wouldn't just have like 2 floors not touching. If you had like a completely finished home, you would have something like that. So I like to do that quite a lot. So I'm gonna go with just like a plain white in here and then just the same wall, just because it's a wet room basically, so it's gonna get very wet in that room. Bathroom is basically done. There's nothing else I could do for the bathroom. There's not a lot of wall space in here, and I don't want to clutter it too much because of the fact that I don't really want anything to interfere. So I'm not going to put anything like on this wall at all. It could be like a cool accent coloured painted wall. That could be pretty cool. I'm not going to put a window on this bit, so you haven't got the really small window there. And actually, it would make more sense. It would make more sense to have the bedroom in the bit with a smaller window and the living room in the bit with a bigger window, but there's just no TV wall here. And then the bed is going to like stick out when you see this, so I thought this is just better like layout wise. Let's try and find a rug that will match this weird orangey purpley woody colour scheme. I don't even know what to even look for. Oh, actually, does this kind of fit perfectly, like the orange and the purple, and then like the, I mean the blue's a bit weird, but we can bring that in with like accent stuff maybe. And then I could put some blue flowers on here. Blue flowers, red thorns. Blue flowers, red thorns. I could put some blue over there and that could be good. This bit looks a bit weird. What do I put there? Does an end table or something? Or I could put a skill building item there? What single tile skill building apart from an easel even is there? Oh, a dresser. Could put a dresser there instead of, yeah, a tiny living dresser. I'll put that there. Okay. A little chest of drawers. Yeah, we'll go with that because that kind of acts as a bit of storage as well as bring us some actual function. And I could maybe put a mirror on top. We've got a mirror there, so I don't need another mirror. I don't know what skill building item can go on that because I want to have like some sort of skill building. Like there's no computer in this house, there's no room for a desk, there's not really anything like that in here. I could put a desk there, but I feel like it would just look a bit odd. I could kind of flip this living room space around, so ignore the dresser. I could like put this there and then have a TV, not a TV, a desk here. But would that be too squished together? But like, is that just too squished? I think it might be. That's a little bit better. Like, kind of, I just feel like it flows a bit easier. But then I feel this partition bit is a bit pointless. I'd rather have a wall there, you know? Like, I'd rather... And that way it just makes a bit more sense. This living room looks really depressing, though. I could put a window on the side. That looks a little bit less depressing. I'm going to lower that. I know this window is higher, but I think it just looks better off on the outside. The windows everywhere else are lower, and I do know that, just in case you're yelling at me in the comments. I am aware of that. I think I like that, and that also brings in some of the blue from the carpet, and I think that's fine. And I'm going to replace the bedside table for the dresser, and that kind of makes a little bit more sense. And that way they've got a fully functional bedroom, bedside table looking thing, or maybe put like a phone on there, like an actual kind of living space. I still like the idea of having this as a fully accent wall, so I was thinking maybe like a deep blue could be good actually. I like accent walls. I like them when they're a little bit weird. Like maybe like this sort of deep blue. It doesn't make much sense. I will say it doesn't make too much sense. It brings in the blue from the carpet, but I think it's nice. And then everything else could be pretty like plain. Like just, I don't want to do white, but I mean it could just be white, you know? I like that actually. I really like that. I think that looks quite nice. If you don't, that's fine. I wish there was like a nice peachy colour, but peachy colour is so hard to do in this game. I am personally a fan of that. I don't know why. I just think the accent looks really good. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but you know. And then in here, I'm gonna just do the growing together. What are they called? What sort of tile? Herringbone. I'm just gonna do that in here. And I'm just gonna do like a... White is just too simple and boring. Mint green doesn't make a lot of sense. This blue doesn't make a lot of sense. I could do dark blue in here as well. Yeah, I think that actually ties in the fact that we've got... It's obviously different shades, but that ties in the fact that we got this kind of darker colour here as well. I completely forgot about this ugly brown door. I am going to change this ugly brown door to a black door. I completely forgot about that door being so grim. Right, so that's the walls painted. They haven't got a dining table, so you could put a laptop here and have it double as a dining table, but they will just sit on the sofa instead. So that's fine. I'm not going to bother doing that. I'm just going to put... that's a big computer. Right, yes. I think that's actually the whole interior done now. It's kind of cluttered enough where I'd like it. I hope that disappears. I don't think it does actually. Oh no, that's fine. But yeah, I think that looks quite nice. I'm quite happy with how this is looking. So just for the outside now and the landscaping, I'm going to try and copy the roofing for over there. So just the kind of regular stacked roof tiles. Is it these ones or is it... Yeah, it is. I don't like the default color though, so I'll change that to like grey. And they've just got paneling, so we can just go some paneling as well. I'm not going to copy the colors, just the general vibe of it, because obviously I've mimicked that style a little bit. Is it sideways paneling? It is. Yeah. I'm so hungry, so I cannot wait to finish this build. And then I'm going to go eat, and then I'm going to go stream. I've actually just taken a bit of a mental health break, or just like a break in general. Not really necessarily mental health related, but just a bit of a break away from streaming. And I'm returning back to streaming today, which is kind of scary. So, yeah, that's going to be interesting. I never used this swatch. I never used this paneling, honestly. I feel like this paneling is very American like style, not necessarily UK style. So I never actually tend to use it. But we're doing it today just to copy a build. This bit still looks weird. I'm not gonna lie. I could put some like back garden sort of thing out here, kind of maybe. Like, could I do this and have like a back patio sort of space? And then I could put some like vertical planters there or something. That might look quite cute. I'm really kind of bad with back garden spaces, I'm not gonna lie. I don't tend to get on with them pretty well. A pool might go quite nice in here. This isn't really a starter home, is it? No, this is not a starter home. What is it about tiny builds that make it so hard to keep them budget? Something about them. Do you remember back in like Sims 3 where the bins and the mailbox used to just be at the front of the house? And that's just how it always was. I miss that. I actually really do miss that. I don't know why. Like, could you actually move them? Probably with cheats, right? But I don't actually know if you could. But I kind of miss the look of that. I don't know. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do like any other kind of stuff back here. Should I? Yeah, I'll do this. And that's kind of it, I think. I'll put some like plants here and some greenery. I think I'm going to keep the landscaping pretty basic too, because we are kind of desert-y right now. They've got some flowers and stuff, but for the most part it's more just like the low-lying daisies and the little tufty things, and then the little spiky things. What are they called? Spiky things, like succulents, ferns. It would help if I could find them. Oh, these is it agave? Agave? These. I'm gonna put just some of these back here. Okay, so I'm gonna do some really, really simple landscaping with this. I don't think I'm gonna do anything too extra because we are in the desert and it's a bit dry and warm here, so unless you've got pretty good water, which I don't think these people will, personally, if they're in such a small little tiny home. No, you know what? You see those things on like, is it TLC, where it's like, oh, my millionaire cheapskate doesn't flush the toilet, and it's like, okay, but they can afford these sorts of houses. They just like take the piss with it. They can afford all that and they just don't, and it's like so weird. I mean, I guess that's how the rich stay rich, yeah, but you know, couldn't be me. If I had money, I'm gonna be spending it. I'm not gonna be like refusing to flush the toilet. Okay, I don't hate this. I think that's fine. I think the last kind of thing is just terrain paint. I'm not really gonna do anything on the patio apart from like a table. I'm not gonna do a grill because I want, like, although we've done a good job at maximizing the space out there, the main part of this obviously is the fact that it's a tiny home. You know, like you can do everything in there, but it might be nice to have a little table and chairs to sit down on when you're outside. So let's give them like a little umbrella table. I actually don't often do pools anymore. I don't really know why. Just don't. Where do they even put all the... Oh, it's over here, right? Yeah. And yeah, they just have like the one. Just a small little pool. It's quite cute though, actually. Are there any like trees in this area apart from like that one? Yeah, I suppose I could put a tree back here too, but that'd be really annoying for the pool cleaning, wouldn't it? You know, I wish you could filter the trees by the world that they're in, because I don't know what trees are in this world. I think this is like close to what's in here, but not quite. Obviously the debug ones are like that. Yeah, okay, we'll just go with this big ass tree. And then last thing is some terrain paint. If you haven't already heard of the terrain paint bug, you're about to. This bug is a bane of everyone's existence at the moment. If you don't know what it is, basically if you do terrain paint and stuff like at the start of your build, basically there's a chance that all the terrain paint can be like just deleted essentially for no reason either. Like people haven't really figured out why it happens yet. It just does. And it's really irritating to try and work with it. So you basically should just leave all your terrain paint and stuff to the end, especially if you're doing like a big lot, which is frustrating because when you're doing like a really big lot worth of landscaping, you don't quite know, or no, not that you don't quite know, but it's a lot easier to plan what you're doing when you can see all the terrain paint already in place, you know? But yeah, no, it's just a bug right now where the terrain paint will get deleted, and it's really frustrating for people to deal with because you do like all this massive terrain paint and then it all goes away. And apparently it's not just limited to that's a gross gravel. It's not just limited to when you're in build mode. Apparently it can also happen when you are apparently it can happen in live mode as well, which is when you're playing the game. But God, I'm sorry, my words are not coming out. I'm hungry. I need to go eat some food. I'm just going to use this gravel that's in the terrain paint. That gravel and grit. It's this one, my God. Just because I actually don't like any of the floors. I thought we had a better gravel flooring, but I guess not. Okay, cool. Let me just save real quick because I haven't done that yet. Okay, so this is the tiny home. It is a micro home, so it's 32 tiles by 32 tiles. But I don't think it looks it. From the front, obviously if you do this it looks very small, but from the front I don't think you would really think that it's a really small home because you'd expect it to be like a longer home. And I think having this garden and stuff in the back has really kind of sold the illusion of that. So I don't think it looks like a 32 by 32 tile home, and I think on the inside doesn't either. So I'm pretty happy with how I've done this one. So you basically go in, a quick retour, you go in and we've got a nice big kitchen space, a very, very big kitchen space. Maybe it's a bit of a waste of space, but I still really enjoy it. And yeah, I like it a lot, and I like how this little wall as it's like a natural partition but still being a helpful wall. So nice big kitchen space, plenty of room to cook in this kitchen, and just a really good thing. I love a big kitchen. I do. In here is then the living space. Obviously it is a bit more tiny because it is a tiny home, but I think it's very cute. I like the colours on it. Words. Oh my God. I like the colours in here. I like the purples, like even in the books and stuff. Like the colour scheme goes really well together. I think it just looks really like kind of modern and cozy and colourful, but also quite like tame. And we've got a nice PC in here as well. I've never noticed the like texture on this sofa. Side rant. But yeah, it's quite nice and bright in here actually. I'm glad I did add that window. I think it does look good in here. Like the actual light coming through the window too. And the small one out here to look into your plants to keep an eye on them. And then through here, we have the bedroom area, which does sleep two Sims as long as they scoot up a little bit in the bed. I did a hanging plant over the bed down here, and there's like some nice canvases, little artworks and stuff. And you have your vanity area as well. And then in here we have the bathroom, which is like a big wet room essentially. So your shower, your sink with a little mirror there as well. Actually, if someone knocks on the door and you don't want to like them see you through the glass there, come into your bathroom and just like peek through here and see. Is that something else that anyone else would do? Because I don't like people and I would definitely do that. But yeah, and then obviously out the back we've just done this. We have a small pool area, a small little table and stuff, and a little tree. If you had kids and stuff and you wanted to expand, it'd probably be very easy to expand. You just kind of build on the side of the house, which is actually a thing that I quite like doing a lot. I like to build with expanding in mind. So you know, you can maybe build out over here, build an extension, and maybe extend this back a little bit, you know, add a really big addition onto the side of the house, and then, you know, maybe move the living room around and stuff like that. So I do quite like the idea of all of that. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with this house actually, considering I had no plan going in here. I think I did a pretty decent job. So yeah, if you do download this build, it will be underneath the hashtag TEG builds. I don't do like my gallery ID because me and two of my other sisters upload our own builds and stuff. So if you want to identify what my builds are, it's underneath the hashtag TEG builds. If you download this, that'd be great. Fantastic. Thank you very much. This will be in the gallery by the time I post this video. Let me know in the comments if you have also been getting carried away with all of the for rent builds and all the townhouses and stuff, because that's all I've really wanted to build lately. I have so many ideas. I think the next thing I'm going to do... Oh, Daniel is in my chat right now. Hi Daniel, I'm watching you. The next thing I want to try and build is a mini village. sort of thing and like make that a series. So I think that'd definitely be a thing. And then like each home is part of the series, so that should be coming soon. So let me know if you what your thoughts are on that, basically. And yeah, if you haven't already checked out my other videos, feel free to do so. If you haven't subscribed, I'd love it if you could. I'm going to try and do a bit more YouTube stuff this year. I always say that every single year, but I'm going to try and get shit done this year. So expect more uploads from me. Oh, I also didn't say in my video before the new year, thank you so much for 100 subscribers. I've now gone a little bit over that, which is amazing. Thank you so much. That was the goal for the for the end of year, and we hit that with like 2 weeks to spare. So thank you so much for 100 subscribers. I would say 100,000. Imagine, never. But yeah, thank you so much for that. And yeah, thanks for being here. I appreciate it. If you haven't liked the video, please leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one. Yeah. Bye.
It's that first day of first grade, that cute girl, your third day, that backpack, that snapback you've had since the third grade. The first time you got laid, the worst time you got played. It hurt, but you're okay. You learn from your mistakes. Your friends back in high school, we thought we were so cool. We'd steal Jack, my dad's